go. There you go.
It's breaking!
Oh yeah, nice.
I think the excavator lit on fire again.
Oh yeah, it's on fire. Tyler, it's on fire.
This video is sponsored by Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Here we go. I'm about to see the road progress for the first time in probably a week. I'm like kind of nervous. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are currently tackling the biggest project we have ever done.
The section of road behind us was way too steep. It was downright dangerous in the winter. So we rented a Cat 330 with a giant rock hammer, and we've been running the D8 dozer almost around the clock to get this thing done. If we learned anything last year, it's that it's important to have the right equipment for the job. And these two as a pair have been making a lot of progress.
Riley's mom is on baby duty today, and I'm gonna hop in the 330 and we're gonna hopefully get some work done.
Let's do it. It has little steps.
Oh, but what are you supposed to grab onto?
I don't know.
The door is taller than me. Here we go.
Ooh.
I could get pretty used to this.
It's pretty much the same as the old mini excavator, but there's no key. Screen on that long.
Oh, mosquito. I'm just looking at that hammer and like, it's huge.
The hammer is so big.
I'm gonna throttle up. Full throttle, picking the hammer up. No, I'm not. I gotta put that down. Right there?
Yeah, right in that crack.
Like that?
Perfect.
Go?
Push down a little bit on the machine, a little more. There you go. Just keep going. There you go.
It's breaking!
It's breaking. Oh yeah. As you hammer, the pecker pokes out more and more and more and more. And then eventually you have to pick up and sort of reset it.
Got it.
Well, I think I need to close this door.
Okay.
It's really loud.
Okay, here you go.
Goodbye.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
All right, you guys, air conditioning on, hammer live, here we go. Oh my gosh. It is so heavy, it's kind of insane. Oh
I'll
gosh.
sit here.
Oh, I'm breaking it up. Oh, that was a pretty good little chunk. We're breaking rock. I need to turn up the air conditioning. Riley said this thing has climate control. Ooh, I'm gonna turn that down. It's in Celsius?
Oh, she's turning the AC up.
Here we go. Still a little nervous, like learning a new piece of equipment. Yeah, it's the same, but it's not actually the same. But this is pretty fun.
This is so cool that not only does she know how to operate the excavator, she wants to operate the excavator out here with me. I think that's awesome. And she's really good at it too, which helps. I need to get that pile of rock cleared out of her way, so I'm gonna hop on the dozer and start shuttling the material down the hill as she breaks it out.
This is insane that we just like have this excavator. I think Tyler's gonna come over on the Hitachi and clear this rock out so I can kind of like see what I'm working with.
You probably can't hear me, but this is the first time that we've tried to use the Hitachi since I lit it on fire. And we're not really sure if it's good to go or not.
Oh
yeah, it's on fire. Tyler, it's on fire.
I think the excavator lit on fire again.
What in the world?
Well, Courtney's picking up the hammer really quickly, which I'm not surprised about. We were gonna put Tyler in the Hitachi so he could clear out the rubble, and then I could take the dozer and push the rubble down the hill. And I think between the three of us, we could get a lot of work done. But I think the Hitachi is down for the count for now until we have time to go through and find out what that electrical problem is. Well, hon, what do you think of the excavator?
All I saw was a fire extinguisher and smoke.
I asked you what you think of the excavator.
Are you trying to spare me the bad news?
Yeah, the bad news is that we lit the Hitachi on fire again.
Again. What happened?
I don't know. Clearly we need to spend some time on it.
Okay, well, in other news, that's really fun.
Whoa, you got rid of the whole hill.
All right, I gave Riley the thumbs up. Here he comes on the bulldozer. This feels really weird that Riley's about to drive underneath me in the bulldozer. This is definitely a little bit of a trust exercise right now. There goes Riley on a bulldozer. That dozer moves so much material. Here we go. Wow, this is insane, you guys. If you guys haven't noticed by now, someone has been filming our videos and it's not usually me. We have Sarah here helping us this summer. Sarah, thank you so much for helping out. We can't be all work and no play around here, so we're gonna get Sarah in the excavator for a little bit today. I don't want to make her nervous though, so I have to secretly film while Riley teaches her.
So you swing sideways with this one. We put everyone to work around here.
So cool. You know, the boys have been coming back every day and talking about this road project, but to actually see it in person is incredible. This year looks a little different being a mom. I'm not as hands-on with this part of the project, and I'm having actually a lot of fun learning how to balance mom life, but then also still getting out and doing this kind of stuff. You guys, this summer is going to be awesome. We have so many projects with heavy equipment planned, and I can't wait to keep sharing them with you. It's time for me to go back to baby duty. I'm gonna leave this to the boys. We'll see you soon.
Uh-oh. Dozer down. That is supposed to be there. The welds on a previous repair appear to have broken. It means that we're going to put those back to shop. Are you able to help me for a second? I just need you to push the hydraulic lever while I align the cylinder.
My lunch break was interrupted.
Wait, it's lunchtime?
No. I have the appropriate footwear for working on the dozer.
I just need to line that back up. And then you're going to push the cylinder.
I definitely wasn't hoping to see the dozer back here this soon, but at least it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy fix.
Yeah, it's just lots of welding. The more you weld, the stronger it will be, maybe. And hopefully we'll be back to work soon. Clean everything up the best that I can. I've got the 240 volt MIG welder turned up as far as it'll go, and we're gonna burn this thing back together and hope it holds. All right, guys. Well, here's the repair job. It's not pretty, but I think it's gonna hold. Basically, I just welded everything that I could and turned it into one solid ball, because I think the reality now is that the only reason that that rod's ever coming out is if the cylinder leaks, and in that case, it's getting a full rebuild and probably a new rod anyways. Remember last summer, I made a sort of similar repair in a different spot that wasn't really sure it was gonna hold or not. Well, it's been through some serious abuse now. It's still holding strong. All right, I'm headed back to work.
Good luck.
Thanks, I love you.
With all of our here, safety is something we take more seriously these days. Living on a remote mountain means we never really know what could be lurking in the woods. And that's why we chose SimpliSafe's 24/7 home monitoring to help protect our family. Their system is delivered straight to your door and setup is a breeze. Their new exclusive Fast Protect technology sends detected threats to a monitoring professional who can promptly contact you and dispatch first responders, even if you're away or unable to respond. At less than $1 a day with no long-term contracts, we can start and stop their services at any time with no hidden fees. You can try SimpliSafe risk-free. If you don't love it, just return it for a full refund within 60 days. So whether you're spending more time or less time at home this summer, SimpliSafe is the perfect addition to your home. Save 20% on a SimpliSafe security system when you sign up for a Fast Protect plan, and get your first month free by heading to simplisafe.com/ambition strikes. And thanks again to SimpliSafe for protecting us from the unknown.
Good early morning. It is 4:20 a.m. and I'm in the machine already. I woke up at around 2. I tossed and turned for a while and eventually just decided to get started because there's no way I was going back to sleep. Today is day 10 or 11 of what was supposed to be a 1-week rental on this machine. We have a lot of work ahead of us still. We drastically underestimated how long this was going to take, even with the biggest hammer that I could possibly find to rent. I'm ready to be done with this step. Anyways, let's get to digging. It's finally daylight, so I can film a little bit. I lost a tooth on the bucket. I've been wailing up here on these rocks, and it's weird. This is the 5th or 6th time I've lost a tooth on an excavator, and you notice almost immediately. It's like something just looks different. Same thing on this one. I looked around, thought I lost the tooth, and then I found it. I actually found the tooth up there in that rubble, just laying on the ground. So I slid it back in, but I was missing the keeper, so I hammered a deep socket I had in my toolbox in as a keeper, and we're gonna keep making progress. I made a call into Western States Cat, where we got this rental from, and they're actually sending a tech out with a full new set of teeth for this bucket. He's gonna give it a little dental job, and in the meantime though, I can keep on working. Let me take you on a little walk and show you what I've been up to this morning, because I've made a ton of progress. After feeling a little discouraged for the last few days, I'm finally starting to feel like we're getting somewhere up here in this rock. Cameras never do it justice, but these are some deep pits between these rocks that I've been able to actually rip the loose rock up and out of, which helps expose the harder rock that we can then work on with the hammer more. Check out this other discovery as well. Just in the last hour or so, there's a lot of water moving through the ground right here that we're gonna have to deal with once we get this road in. Well, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna get back to digging. Yet again, a huge shout out to Western States Cat for the awesome service. I called them this morning and let them know I lost a tooth, and they sent out a service technician right away with a whole new set of teeth. How bad did I break it? Have you seen worse?
Oh yeah, I've seen the entire adapter snapped off.
Awesome. Big thanks to Josh and Western Cat. Got us set up with 5 new teeth, and we're back in business. And now Tyler gets to have a little more fun with the Jeep. Since the road is pretty much impassable, we've been using the Snowverlander as our shuttle to get people up and down. And I think Josh appreciates not having to make the hike with the heavy teeth. Keep coming. That's good. Another day, more fuel. That makes, I think it's 700 gallons of fuel so far on this project. That's a lot of fuel.
Fueling.
And this dozer needs it.
I'm back with the dozer, we're gonna shove it down the hill. And Tyler's gonna be back on the hammer, rinse and repeat.
Rock is so hard now. Progress has become extremely slow. Well, we came to the conclusion last night that the Hitachi is now in the way. So while I want to keep ignoring it and I don't want to work on it, I think it's time that we figure out where the electrical short is and why it's catching on fire so we can get it moved.
Might need a jacket today.
The rain does mean a lot less dust. You guys saw the Hitachi caught on fire, and the wiring harness that caught on fire is right here in the back, and we can't really get to it. So our plan is to try to take the counterweight off, because then we think it's going to be really easy to get to, and we do have a machine here that can lift that counterweight. Tyler, have you ever taken a counterweight off an excavator before?
Nope, this will be the first time.
We have no idea what we're doing. We're pretty sure we take these 4 bolts out and then lift it off, but no. I don't like standing here.
Yeah, I don't either.
Maybe we're not removing the counterweight. Okay, now with the battery out, it's very obvious that those wires were rubbing on a sharp thing. Probably because I pushed in the guard on the bottom. Well, at least we know why the fire started. I whacked this on a rock, which pushed this up and pinched the wires right there. Maybe at least this portion of the repair isn't going to be so difficult after all. It still isn't going to fix our hydraulic heating issues. Washing all the fire extinguisher stuff out of there before we get ourselves absolutely covered in it. This wire here, and we're going to try to figure out where it runs to. Wait.
Jeez.
It's totally burned in half. Update, it is still raining. It's actually raining harder. And here is the damage. We have an entire melted wiring harness now to repair. So yeah, we figured out that the main battery cable that's not fused, because it's the main battery cable, got pinched under a metal bracket where it then shorted, catching on fire and melting the harness that was adjacent to it. We'll think we're done working on that machine in the rain, but we've been able to identify the problem. We're going to get a new big battery cable made and repair that burnt harness, and hopefully the machine will be up and running again. We'll see you later. It is a wet, rainy, soupy mess today, but with that machine here on rent, we can't stop making progress. So we're going to see what we can do, and hopefully we don't get a machine stuck in the mud. Tyler spent the morning rewiring all of the parts of the wiring harness on this machine that caught in fire, and we're about to test it for the first time to see if everything fires up again. Hopefully it does. Still won't fix our hydraulic problem, but at least we'll have a machine that runs and isn't just stuck here in the way. Well, Tyler, what is your guess?
I don't think it's going to catch on fire this time, and I think it's going to start.
Do you think you got all the wires connected back where they belong?
I sure hope so.
Tyler has probably been working on this thing for the last, 3 hours?
At least.
I came over at one point and there was just a pile of wires around him. So thanks for doing that job because I didn't want to. And I guess I'll let you do the honors. Do we have a fire extinguisher that works? Okay, good. At least we have them. Oh, good start. The solenoid clicked. Whoa. It's running and it's not on fire.
As good as new.
I'm pretty excited right now because this means that we have 2 excavators again. Even though it's not working well, it's so helpful to have another machine that can at least pick stuff up and move it. To say that this project is the biggest project that we have ever undertaken, I think would be an understatement. Basically, the plan has been to take the top of this hill and shove it to the bottom to level out this hill and make it less steep. We originally had 27% grade and we're trying to get to 15% or less, which means moving massive amounts of material. None of this looks this big from up on the equipment. Let's head to the bottom and see where it all began. When Courtney and I first bought this property, the road started right here and it went straight up the hill. It had been used as a logging road for the log trucks and logging equipment during the summertime and was never intended to be a real Four Seasons road. Last summer you watched us with our Kubota mini excavator and this Army dump truck pull massive amounts of dirt from the top down to the bottom and fill this in to get us a more gradual turn and a little wider road. We underestimated how big of equipment we were going to need to actually accomplish this project, and after about a week or so of working on it and a broken excavator, we decided to call it quits and come back to it another time. Version 3 of this road, we're not messing around, and we're extending it out another 150 feet in this direction. Our road is now going to start right here and head up towards the Army truck. So we started by grubbing out all of the topsoil off this top layer and throwing it down. This is going to make the bottom layer of the road as deep as we can, where the roots and the soil, and this doesn't make very good road material. But then we're going to be pulling the rock from the top of the hill and bringing it in on top of it until we have multiple feet thick layer of just rock on this road. The gravel process is going to be a multi-year thing. There's a good chance we're actually going to let this road settle through the winter. Things are going to move, things are going to shift. We'll come in, we'll smooth it out again, and next summer we'll be putting gravel on this road. One great thing about the way that we're doing this, where we're doing it in lifts with the dozer, is that the dozer is doing an excellent job of packing this surface in. When I came down here with the excavator, I couldn't even really dig where the dozer's been packing the material. Unlike last year, we came into this project this year with a lot more of a plan. I used the drone to get elevations. We measured distances using satellite imagery, and I think that we have a plan that'll work as long as we're able to get through the rock at the top of the hill. During this project, we've been careful about what trees we take out. We want to leave as many trees as possible, especially the healthy, mature ones. So the pink ribbons around the trees are trees that we've marked that we want to be careful of. We're making sure not to disturb around the roots, and we hope that those trees survive. Another thing about removing trees on a winter road is that removing trees makes more sunlight, and sunlight melts the snow and ice faster and makes for a safer road. By the end of this project, our goal is to have a road that is safe for us to be able to use year-round and allow emergency vehicles to be able to access us anytime. Now that we have Oliver, I feel like our priorities have changed a little bit, and this road became a serious priority. That's enough talking because I've got to get back to work. The hammer sprung a leak in the second hydraulic hose, the one that didn't get replaced. And then we lost another tooth on the bucket. The Hitachi has sprung a significant hydraulic leak. And last but not least, the dozer's broken. I'm bummed. I thought we were gonna be done today.